And I will be muting everyone except the guest speaker, Yvette, and myself during the session. So there's no disturbance. And if you have any questions, you can ask them in the chat box at the end of our talk. Yeah, there'll be a chance. So if you have any questions for Yvette, you may ask it at that point. Thank you so much. Okay, so good evening and welcome everyone to our very first conversation through a series of soul-searching talks with Sanam. I am Sanam Lalwani, and I'm fortunate enough to engage in these heartwarming, soul-stirring conversations with my lovely guest speakers. I was inspired to embark on this journey with you all in order to connect on this soul level, to see unity in diversity, and to experience how we all can contribute to the universe. Today, our very first guest is a dear friend, confidant, and my personal life coach who encourages me to excel in life. I would like to introduce you to Yvette Megchiani. Everyone. Yvette is a dynamic yoga guru and a whole being consultant. She has been practicing yoga now for over 20 years and currently teaches at the Dubai Ladies Club, Fitness First, and conducts different types of workshops. She first introduced me to swing yoga. Oh, and that was so much fun. I felt so free and so nice. And if you haven't tried it, you must try it. I encourage you all to do so and have some fun with that. Well, without further ado, let's welcome dearest Yvette to talk to us today about her journey towards becoming a mindfulness yoga practitioner and a whole being consultant. First off, Yvette, I wanted to ask you, how did your yoga journey begin?
Oh, thank you, Sanam, and thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Really appreciate your support. It's kind of funny, Sanam, that you asked that question because you're making me going down that memory lane. You know, I think I was 25 and I just finished my schooling, you know, finished with my engineering, and then I did my master's. So those kind of like, you know, things that I put in my pocket, and then I just kept stuck, you know, I kept working. And I was doing the, you know, the busy life in the US when I was living there at that time. And as a result, when doing that corporate ladder and just working, you know, all the time, and I just get burned out at that time. So at this, as a result, you know, my husband told me, like, why don't you try yoga? So that's how I got started. And, you know, I had started it as an exercise, but then yoga turned out to be so much more than that. So it's actually about mindfulness, awareness, and, you know, things about, you know, how to integrate the body and the mind. So really there's no turning back for me.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's really amazing. So it helped you also to release all that stress that you were going through during the tough times you had as an engineer, huh?
Yeah, it was very short. Within 3 classes, I was in love.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So I heard you say something about mindfulness and mindfulness yoga. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? And I know you hold some mindfulness yoga workshops, correct?
Yes, I do. And what I have a special online yoga classes for the Ramadan, because here in Dubai we do Ramadan and there is not much things happening here in Dubai. So I will be having these workshops online, but it can be everyone can participate over the Zoom.
That's great. So can you tell us a little bit more about mindfulness and what are the benefits of being mindful?
Surely. Mindfulness actually has many names. You can probably hear about people talking about Zen yoga, about balance, about harmony. Mindfulness is basically all that. But
Okay.
in how do we make it into our own personal experience? That's what counts, right?
Yeah,
So
truly.
for for us, I mean, for me, I think, it's about how we can use mindfulness in our day-to-day life to be aware of my body, of the mind, how it is. And the only way for us to do that is when we can focus on whatever that we are doing at this time, totally engrossed in it, but at the same time, not letting our mind jump ahead. I don't know that you have this experience when we're thinking about the future, we get feel the anxiety.
Yeah, that was happening to me today. And I was getting a little nervous and excited at the same time. And I was thinking, wait, I'm talking to Yvette, who's going to talk about mindfulness. So I hope I can, try to use some of her tips that she teaches us today. If you have any advice, any suggestions, so we can, learn that from you and we can use that in our day to day life.
Well, I'm still learning myself, so
Yeah,
it's
because
just
I just kept going into the future. What if, what if, what if? I said, no, 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 I have to stop myself now. I just have to think about the present moment. But
there you go.
it's not that easy. So if you have any tips or any advice or any suggestions, please let us
Well,
know.
it's a practice that I do all the time. So like what I said, I'm still learning, and I think it's a lifelong learning to
Yeah,
keep that awareness on the present time
yeah,
and try not to jump ahead into the future,
yeah,
being anxious and worried, and also not letting the mind to go into the past,
yeah,
things that, regrets. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, things that I have done before. It's not, it really doesn't matter. What matters right now is how am I doing right now? So how are you all doing right now? How are you feeling at this time? Can you be mindful and feel that heartbeat within you at this moment?
mm,
The lungs are breathing so beautifully at this moment. Isn't that all about at this moment, the
yeah.
present time? That's why it's called the present. It's truly a gift of life, and
That's
something
beautiful.
that we feel really
That's really
grateful.
amazing. Wow. Yeah, because I feel like when I try to think about the past, but if I look at what I'm doing, like if I'm cooking, then I'm trying to just look at what I'm doing. So that way I can stay focused in the present. So great, great. And can I also did a workshop over here in Dubai, actually, a little while ago, where we all went for a walk. After having this mindfulness workshop, we all went outside in the garden and we were told to keep silent and just walk with our head down and just look around and be very alert and aware of our surroundings. And then you notice things that sometimes when you are doing other things you don't realize. So this was a really good exercise for me too. So I guess we can, do it while we're sitting, while we're walking.
Yeah, and the challenge is when we are doing things
Yeah,
and how to keep mindful.
yeah, true, true. And I can see how passionate you are about mindfulness and yoga, and you live that yogic way. And so now I'm sure all of you viewers of mine are curious to know what it means to be a whole being consultant. Am I correct?
So yeah, that I got that kind of question a lot, ever since I embarked on this journey of yoga and mindfulness. I did a lot of research about, what it is all about. What is yoga? Like I mentioned before, it was an exercise and then it becomes the body and the mind integration. But what is more to that is now I got to know is all about our mental state, our mind. So
Yeah.
one of the subjects that I learned was positive psychology. And
Okay.
this term is used, this whole being is basically a way to describe the wholesomeness, that feeling of, wholesomeness and contentment within.
Yeah.
And that is why I would like to get to know more about it, and also to help people to find their own self and be able to harness that feeling within us.
That's beautiful. Many of us don't know our life purpose and our true calling, and we spend years and years looking for it in different ways. But this is beautiful what you're doing, that you're helping people. So, how exactly do you help people to find their true calling? What
Yeah.
do you have any like strategies and methods?
Yeah, the method is quite very much process oriented. So the first step is to know our own true personal traits, our swadharma. So swadharma is basically, I'm throwing another term here, is basically, your own inner calling, your
Okay.
personality,
Okay.
what makes you you, what makes you so special. And when we know that one, it is easier for us to be mindful. It's easier for us to focus on something that we are actually doing at this time. So when we are mindful, we are focused using our swadharma, it's just easier to go and feel that wholesomeness inside, that harmony within.
Okay.
So with that, we do a psychometric test. That's one of the ways to do it. Is a one-on-one, and we're just trying to baseline what is the personality and
Okay.
what is the trait.
Okay, so according to the personality trait, then you're able to find what they're good at. So, like, I remember asking you for Naisha when she just started her senior year, my daughter, Naisha. So then at that time, it brought a lot of clarity when you were able to decode it, because it's easy just to take these tests, but the way that you decoded it, the way you interpreted it, and the way that you brought clarity and insight and focus into, our into Naisha's being, that she was able to understand how this complements her personality. So that's really great. But before anything, I wanted to ask you if you had any personal experience, like you said initially you were an engineer. So do you feel that that was your Swadharma, or do you feel that it was not?
Yeah, that was the thing. Even though I started in a technical field as an engineer, and then I decided to pursue business with MBA, it turned out that what I really, really like to do is to teach.
Okay,
And
nice.
lo and behold, my personality is such that, I love to work with others.
Mm,
Even though I'm an introvert, I love to work with others and I like to help people. So I like
okay.
this counseling things.
Yeah.
And that's, something that I have told my mom so long ago when I was
Oh,
maybe a teenager. Maybe
yeah.
I've told her, like, I
Wow.
want to be a teacher. And we did not know about psychometric tests. We did not know about these kind of things, just
Yeah.
because. So that is why I love working with teens like Naisha. Like,
Okay.
because these kids, they they have so much energy, and at the same time they are kind of lost. Like, they don't quite know exactly what they want to do.
Yeah.
They can do anything, and
Yeah.
that's true. But why don't we, direct them in a way that they can listen to their own inner personality and
Yeah.
save them decades of life searching, thinking, what is it that makes me tick, like those
Yeah.
kind of things. So
Yeah.
that is what I would like to do. And actually, this program is for everyone, not just for teens.
Okay.
It's just so happened, teenagers, just like my own daughter,
Yeah.
Sanya, she's at the verge that she's about to pick a major, and
Uh-huh.
she's confused, just like all her friends are. What is it
Yeah.
that you have to do and what to take? It's just that it's easier for teenagers to take it at this time before they embark on a university
Yeah,
degree.
exactly. They have to
But
really think about their major before they even plan on the university. So,
Right.
where the confusion suddenly comes up.
But it's applicable for adults as well. So maybe we can share with our audience the career wheel, and that
Sure.
way everyone can see how it applies to them, especially to our kids.
Okay. Can you see this one?
Yeah. So YFS is basically our company's name. So Y is for yoga, F is for fitness, and S is for services. So this counseling falls under the services where we guide the career of just about anyone. But again, it started by knowing ourselves. That's the first thing that we have to do. And then they can explore their options. This is a one-on-one counseling and getting to be focused on what is it that they really like or what you really like. And then taking actions can be applying to a university or taking on a career that you never even thought before. So
Okay.
that's just a brief summary of the career wheel.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much for explaining that chart so clearly. Beautiful. Okay. And what does YFS stand for, if you don't mind me asking before I close the...
Yeah, that's yoga. Y for yoga. That's how I started. F is fitness.
Okay.
I also started from there, and then it kind of develops towards seva, services, and
Nice.
that's where the counseling comes in.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. Okay, that's great. So can you tell me one word really quickly to describe mindfulness?
Peace.
Peace. Okay, nice. And one word you can think of to describe Swadharma?
Personality.
Personality.
Can I do 2 words? Traits.
Yes, sure. Traits, personality. Okay, good. So that's really amazing. Thank you so much. And finally, actually, what my question is, what is your vision in contributing to the world?
That is that's a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is what makes me live. That is what makes me, that's the purpose of my life, is to make a change, one person to contribute, one person at a time, for them to be able to find their own inner calling, and that way they can find their own true self.
Yeah.
And helping them doing that one person at a time.
Okay.
We're hoping that we can go toward that maximum happiness for the maximum number of people.
Wow, that's an amazing thing, a vision that you have.
Well, it's
Really.
not my vision, it's my guru's vision, and
Okay.
I'm just adding it on my own way. I can do it only one person at a time.
Yeah, it's true. We all just can do whatever little that we can to help contribute to the world. So I guess that's why I was so inspired to try this out, so I can see how much, you're helping the world and how much other people can benefit from all the great things that you're doing. So that's really, 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 I really appreciate that. That's amazing. So I was now at this point, I was wondering if anyone has any questions for Yvette and would like to ask it on the chat. So I will see if anyone has any questions. When you got a comment, and you turned out to be one of the best yoga teachers ever from Jyotsna. You got a very, very beautiful comment on that. And if anyone else has any questions or any comments they want to add, now is a good time. But while we're waiting for any questions, can you tell us some of the other workshops that you are holding during holidays? And like besides yoga, I know you do so many other things, right?
Yes.
So you could tell us about all that.
Yeah. Do you have the slide? If not, I
can definitely. Yeah, I will. I'll add the slide at the end a little bit. But if you don't mind, yeah.
Basically for Ramadan, we have a special online yoga, as I mentioned before, online yoga and mindfulness sessions. And We also want to embark on nourishing our intuitions. I found that ladies in particular are, not really listening to our intuitions. And I thought it would be so important for us to nourish that and really, listen to that inner feelings and
Feeling
inner callings.
nice,
And
nice.
that's actually our intuition, isn't it?
Yeah,
And for the
correct.
college kids, I am doing a weekly college essays because
Okay,
this
to
is the
help
time,
them for the college
yeah,
applications.
the
Yes.
time to start writing for them.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
I'm doing many, many things and it's really exciting. So come
Amazing,
and join us.
amazing. So we've got one question. Your service is for teens and adults, correct? Right? So Mickey is asking this. So your
Yes,
answer would be correct. Correct?
yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. And then I have another question. How to remind ourselves about mindfulness when we get angry with someone or something? How do we remind ourselves that?
Yeah, that's the hard part is that, when you feel that shift in your body temperature. I mean, sometimes we forgot, and that is when you start watching your mind and watching your thought. But first thing, when you said angry, first thing that you know is that you're actually hot. Body temperature, you feel really hot.
Yeah.
And that is something that we truly feel. I mean, I know that if I get angry, I feel hot immediately. So that's the first thing. It's all about, do we listen to it when we feel it? Most of the time we just brush it aside and we kept going. So with practice, we watch and keep watching. And that is what awareness is all about.
So we have
Awareness.
to watch our thoughts and we have to keep asking ourselves. So, but at that moment when you're angry, what do you recommend? Do you just get out of the situation, or you drink
Yeah.
some water, or?
If you can remember it, yes, take five. We have something like that, I think. Take five. So take out your fingertips and say, take five
Take
and
five.
breathe.
Okay. And
Breathe.
deep breathing.
One,
Yeah.
two, three, and just count softly and long.
Yeah.
And sometimes, some people needs to breathe a lot longer and just, take away their, but it takes time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay, great. So, and you've got some more comments. I hope that answered your question, Neha, about the reminding ourselves. If not, you can ask another question.
good question.
Yeah, Yvette is not only an amazing yoga teacher, but an excellent person inside out. This is from TK San. I'm not sure. And then Revati says, great insights, Yvette. How do you find a good work-life balance? How do you find a good work-life?
By having great friends like you. It's not really work, isn't it? When it's something that I do is basically working with great people.
Mm,
So I love what I do. So it's really no balance. Actually, because I love what I do and I am so lucky to be in it. There is no work. I mean, everything is just part of life, and
yeah.
everything is just about balancing it. Actually, knowing your Swadharma actually gives you energy,
Mm,
that energy to keep going.
yeah.
And that's the big thing about it.
Mm. Okay, great. I hope that answered your question, Revati.
Thanks,
And Pooja says, you're truly an amazing person, Yvette. You're always positively charged and a great inspiration. I vouch for that, because you're really, really, all this glow that's on your face right now, I can feel it. So that's really great. And so I guess if there are no more questions, then we can close for today. Is there?
I think we have to offer them a nice reward.
Yes, of course. And before that, I wanted to tell you my takeaway. I love how you say the present is like a present. It's actually the gift. We're wasting so much time thinking of the past and the future, but when we think that even the sun shining is a present for us, and we can actually look at the sun right now and we can feel that, you already feel so amazing. So that's my takeaway, that the present is a gift, and treat it as a present, a gift. Yes. And oh, sorry, there's one more question. How to separate yourself from the situation?
That's from Preeti. That is
Yes,
so
that's from.
hard to separate ourselves from the, at that moment, almost impossible. But again, with practice, and I know this because I have practiced this so long, is just to watch our mind, watch our thought. And as
So,
soon as you feel, you are off that balance,
yeah.
when things just starting to get heated, that's basically, with practice.
So basically, we have to try to be the observer of the mind, correct? Like we have to be the observer and watch our mind all the time to see
That's right,
what's
Sanam.
happening.
That comes from, I think, your experience as well.
Yes, all the learnings that we do in our Gita classes and all. So I have got, oh yes, Meenu, Auntie Meenu has said, you have that glow too, Sanam. Thank you so much. And
Definitely.
yes, you are true inspiration, Yvette. Thanks, Sanam, for the session. Great job, Sanam and Yvette. Great. So I'd like to end over here. I want to thank Yvette for taking this time out to have this heart-to-heart conversation with me. And I am so blessed to have met a wonderful soul like you and to see how much you're contributing to this world in making it a much better, safer place to live in. And I also thank everybody here who has come to take out their time on a Sunday evening, Sunday morning, depending on where they are, so many places. It's just wonderful that so many of you are able to join us and be a part of this journey together. And I hope you all were able to benefit as much as I did hearing about mindfulness yoga and about her whole being consultancy. And the reason I like this whole being consultancy is because I feel you're not looking at a person from just one part, you're looking at it from the whole being. So you understand the whole nature of the person, you understand the personality, and accordingly, you interpret it for us, and then we are able to have more clarity. So that's amazing. So God bless. Yes, sorry. Yes.
Can we share? Can we share some tips?
Yes. Also, and yeah, shall I quickly share the flyer?
I'm excited to share a gift for you all.
Yeah, the gift. Yes.
For joining us. If you have some time, go to my Insta page, YFS Consulting, and you can contact me as well. But basically, the gift is, oh, you're not showing it here. Okay, no problem. Is that you get to have one free counseling session, and we'll just take it at random. And on my Insta page, you will know how to participate. So I'm looking forward to working on the counseling with you, as well as working on your personality and Swadharma analysis.
Okay, great. So you go to the Insta page, right? YFS Consulting. And or there is Insta of at ever.yogi. Great. And then your number is there. You'd like to take a screenshot of this, or I can leave it up and I can just end if that's okay with everyone. So I just want to say, God bless and stay safe, everyone. We shall be logging out now and looking forward to having you all join me for the next soul searching talk with Sanam coming up very soon. Stay tuned and follow your heart. As Baba says, let's help ever and hurt never. Thank you once again, Yvette, for coming on this beautiful platform.
Thank you, Sanam. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate your time.
And else has anything else to say? Otherwise, we'll log out now.
They're beautiful comments for us and for you, Sanam. So you have
nice to see everybody.
You have wonderful friends. Thank you so much.
Yes. Maybe I can I just unmute? Okay, I will take out the, okay, and I will just
I think you're muted now.
Huh?
I think you have to unmute everyone. If whoever wants to unmute.
Or it's so nice to see so many familiar faces. It's so beautiful.
Thank you so much, Sanam. Thank you. Thank you for taking your time.
Yeah, no, thank
you.
you so much. It's just
Thank you,
been
Yvette.
wonderful. Yeah.
Hi, Jay. It was lovely seeing you. It was really lovely. I enjoyed your talk. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So,
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. So
Bye.
bye. We
See
shall end
you.
now. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.